Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This weekend we've got an amazing UFC card lined up in Paris. And today I'll breaking down the key matchups and giving you my betting picks. We are going to start from the bottom of the card and work our way up to the main event. So stick around because the headliner between Nassourdine Imavov and Caio Borralho is a fight you don't want to miss. I'll give you my analysis on styles, strength, weakness, and of course my betting prediction. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the first breakdown, if you enjoy UFC betting and if you are looking to place your bet, check out on the link in the description. That's where I play all my picks. Now let's get into the first fight. Let's get started with the fight between Andreas Gustafsson versus Rinat Fakhretdinov. This could be a war depending on how aggressive both fighters come out. Gustafsson is a solid all-around fighter with good striking and grappling. He is tall, durable, and usually brings a grinding style that wears down opponents. He may not be elite in one area, but he is balanced and doesn't break easily. Rinat, on the other hand, is an absolute powerhouse. His wrestling, cage control, and pressure are his biggest strengths. He overwhelms fighters physically, keeps them pinned, and drains them with relentless top control. On top of that, he's very strong defensively and hard to hurt. This matchup comes down to whether Gustafsson can create space and make it a striking battle, or if Rinat immediately imposes wrestling and grinds him out. If Rinat gets on the top early, it's going to be a long night for Gustafsson. But if Gustafsson can stay moving, use defensive grappling and make it a striking fight, he has a chance to surprise. My prediction for this fight, I'm leaning heavily toward Rinat here. His wrestling is too dominant and unless Gustafsson can land something big early, this feels like a fight Rinat controls start to finish. A good betting angle might be Rinat by decision. He is consistent and doesn't take many risks. Next up, we have Paul Craig against Modestas Bukauskas. A really intriguing matchup between a specialist grappler and a well-rounded striker. Paul Craig is a submission artist, plain and simple. He is not known for striking, but his work is extremely dangerous. If the fight hits the ground, he is always hunting for triangles, armbars, or any opening. Bukauskas is a tall, rangy striker who uses movement and kicks to stay at distance. He's improved a lot since his first UFC run, showing more composure and better defensive awareness. He doesn't want to play Craig's game on the ground, so expect him to use footwork and keep this standing. This is really a striker versus grappler. If Craig can pull guard, get a takedown, or scramble into a submission, he can end it fast. But if Bukauskas controls range, uses leg kick and jabs, he can pick Craig apart and possibly finish him standing. So the big question is whether Craig can drag him into his world before taking too much damage. My prediction for this fight, I lean slightly toward Bukauskas. He is the safer pick standing, and if he avoids the ground, this could be his fight. But Craig is always a live underdog for a submission, so fight doesn't go to the distance might be the smarter play to this fight. This is one of the most exciting fights on the card. Benoît Denis versus Mauricio Ruffy. Expect fireworks here because both fighters are aggressive and push forward. Denis, also called the God of War, is known for his relentless pace and toughness. He is one of those fighters who just doesn't stop coming forward. His grappling is strong, especially with his submissions, and he has the kind of cardio that breaks opponents. He is not the cleanest striker, but what makes him dangerous is his pressure. He overwhelms fighters, gets them to the ground, and once he is on the top, it's very hard to escape. Ruffy is a dangerous striker with knockout power in his hands. He is sharp, explosive, and has the ability to catch guys coming in. He doesn't have the experience of Saint Denis at the highest level, but he makes up for it with athleticism and unpredictability. This fight is going to be about who can handle the outer space Saint Denis will be looking to push Ruffy back, close the distance and drag him into a dogfight, with grappling and clinch work. Ruffy, meanwhile, needs to use his speed, footwork, and counter shots to keep Saint Denis honest. If Ruffy can hurt him early, the longer this fight goes, the more it favors Saint Denis. My prediction for this fight, I lean towards Saint Denis here, mostly because of his durability, pressure, and proven cardio. Ruffy has a puncher's chance, especially early, but if you are betting, the value might be on Saint Denis inside the distance. This one probably doesn't see the judges. Next up, we have a really tricky fight at middleweight. Nassourdine Imavov versus Caio Borralho. This is a matchup where both fighters bring completely different strengths onto the table, and honestly, it could go either way depending on who sets the pace. Nassourdine Imavov, also known as the Russian Sniper, is one of the most published strikers in the division. He is tall, rangy, and loves to use his jab to control the distance. His boxing combinations are clean, and he's shown solid defense when managing range. One of his biggest weapons is his ability to stay calm under pressure. Against guys who rush forward recklessly, he picks them apart with counters, but sometimes when opponents push a high pace with grappling, Imavov has struggled a little bit, especially later in the fight when cardio becomes a factor. On the other hand, Caio Borralho is the complete opposite type of fighter. He is a strong, explosive grappler who loves to close the distance, push opponents against the cage, and work for takedowns. Once he gets top control, he is very heavy and he drains energy out of his opponents. Borralho also has underrated striking. He mixes in powerful left hands and kicks to set up his entries. But make no mistake, his main path to victory is taking this fight to the ground and neutralizing Imavov boxing. This fight is really about who can impose their game. If Imavov keeps the fight in the center of the octagon, uses his jab, and manages distance with straight punches and knees, he can frustrate Borralho and win rounds on the feet. His accuracy and composure are key. But if Borralho closes the distance, makes it ugly, and chains takedowns together, he can work on Imavov and possibly dominate with control time. We've seen Imavov slow down before, and Borralho will be looking to test that gas tank. Cardio and fight IQ are going to be huge here. Imavov needs to keep moving and not get stuck against the cage, while Borralho needs to avoid taking too many clean shots while trying to enter. So who do I lean toward? Honestly, this is a 50-50 type of fight. Imavov has the sharper striking and better stand-up tools, but Borralho has the grappling and physicality to completely change the fight. If you are betting, I'd say the safer play might be over 1.5 or 2.5 rounds because I think this fight goes deep. Both men are durable and it might turn into a grind. If I had to pick a side, I'd slightly lean Imavov for the striking edge, but I would not be shocked at all if Borralho smothers him and takes a decision. Those are my breakdowns and betting picks for this UFC card. What do you guys think? Drop your prediction in the comments and let me know who you are backing down this weekend. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more fight breakdowns, and I'll see you after the fights.